time for our TV roundup. Napoleon Dynamite premiering on Fox. You two have just seen it. Celine, why don't you take it away?
Napoleon Dynamite is an animated series based off of the incredibly successful feature film Napoleon Dynamite. He goes through his life in modern-day Idaho.
Napoleon!
Napoleon!
Napoleon?
Napoleon?
Hello, Napoleon.
Napoleon!
Dynamite!
Your face is making me sick.
Dang it! You guys are idiots!
This animation show essentially picks up right where the movie left off. It's a one-hander, it's about Napoleon Dynamite, but it is a lot of supporting characters, and I might mention that everyone from the movie is now on the animated series.
Oh, wow.
And for good reason. You know, John Heder probably thought he could have a career after the Napoleon Dynamite movie, and he tried a little bit here
Blades
and there.
of Glory,
Blades
right?
of Glory wasn't bad, but you know, after 8 years, he's coming back to what made him popular.
Right, which is being Napoleon Dynamite.
Exactly.
And this is a sitcom, and it's not serialized, it's closed-ended, so we'll have a story of the week.
Yeah.
And the movie came out 8 years ago. And everyone that made it a cult favorite were teenagers, and now all of those teenagers are adults. Yeah. And the teenagers nowadays, Napoleon Dynamite, this animated show and the movie, is not really on their radar. Yeah. So I'm really wondering how well it's gonna be embraced, who's gonna be the audience for it, because 8 years has passed.
I was among the audience who watched it 8 years ago.
Were you?
Yes, bright-eyed first-year college student, and I loved it, mainly because of the awkward comedy, the characters, the location, and I really felt like it connected well with the audience of the time, though it didn't connect with everybody. Have you asked anybody yet?
No, but who would? I don't even have any good skills. You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
For me, the reason I think that this movie was so popular is that it was the antithesis of Beverly Hills 90210 or of Gossip Girl. Everyone on those shows are really pretty and really rich and really clever. And teenagers look at that and go, God, I would love to be like that. Teenagers watched Napoleon Dynamite and were like, thank God I was never that awkward. So it was really appealing from the opposite spectrum. Now, I did enjoy the first two shows that we watched. There was Thundercone, which was the first pilot, and then Scantronica Love. It was clever, but I didn't find it funny.
But Don's a D-bag.
You're D-bag, baby. Yeah!
Don't leave him hanging.
I think the problem that I have with this show is that the show, much like the movie, is based on deadpan humor. Yeah. And frankly, Pedro and Napoleon and Kip, they all look like they've just been Botoxed. Yeah. Versus The Simpsons, where you really see a lot of facial expressions. Think about Mr. Burns or Krusty the Clown.
And so what they had to do was they had to up the writing, they had to up the scenarios, they had to up the setups. And I thought the setups, again,
I agree, great setups.
I thought they were great setups, and I felt like they found a formula that worked for this show.
Napoleon Dynamite, as we know, came out 8 years ago. It is really popular, but it's been a long time. Is this show trying too hard to capitalize on a once found success?
This show would have been way better if it came out 2 years after the feature.
Right, if you come out right after the movie.
But like you said, it's been 8 years, so the people who loved it 8 years ago are now adults.
So you think there's some nostalgia here?
Oh, completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, and that's the audience.
Because the characters are still there.
Very much.
Napoleon Dynamite, Kip, Pedro, they're all there, and they're all still, you know, real, even though the scenarios and the situations there are in are way more unbelievable.
When the heck did you learn to walk on stilts?
The question you should be asking is, will Kip show me mercy? The answer is no.
Punch! 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 Punch!
Unlike a lot of new pilots that we've been watching, it's literally like the movie was yesterday, we're dropped into their lives, and we're simply meant to come along for the train ride. It's going, we have to figure it out, and I kind of like that. It was like that no time has elapsed.
Yeah.
I'm wondering though, for people that, once again, who aren't familiar with Napoleon Dynamite, will they get it? Will they get the idea of what's going on in the show?
So with the return of Beavis and Butthead and the return of quality to The Simpsons, we have a surge in popularity for animated shows. Why animation for Napoleon Dynamite?
It's a good question, and I think that what they utilize in this show is they keep jumping out of reality, which is what you can do in animation. They do it a lot in The Simpsons. They do it all the time in Family Guy, and they utilize it very well here.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the big differences you'll see from the animated to the feature is that they have a lot of liberty to just do whatever the heck they want.
Napoleon! Get that thing out of the pool!
Fine.
All right, well, I'm curious. Why don't you guys take your tickets?
There's so much better comedy on TV right now, but I did enjoy the second episode a lot better than the first, which gives me hope, and that's why I'm giving it a stream it.
This is definitely not as awkward or as culty as the original feature. Napoleon Dynamite, the cartoon, though, still keeps the essence of the feature while also giving it a nice sitcom-y polish. So, see it.
So it looks like our votes add up to 1.5 tickets, which is a see it for Napoleon Dynamite.
Yay! Cheers animation!
Gosh!